Welcome to Path to Higher Purpose. My name's Russ, and today is November 29th, and it's my friend Ira's birthday. Unfortunately, last December, Ira had passed away. We're approaching a year now, and it's given me a lot of time to reflect on just a lot of things, Ira was about the same age as me, and, she left behind an amazing husband and two beautiful kids, and she was this amazing light in the world. As you get older, you kind of lose touch with people, and you have friends from before, and you just get so caught up in life that you end up being really selfish and just thinking about your own world, like your own little circle. And I would say that I've lived a lot of my life in that way. Like, I did often think about Ira, I did think about the past, things like that, but I didn't make a conscious effort to say, hey, how are you doing? Or how is everything? I didn't do any of those check up on your friend kind of things. But one thing about Ira is, like, she did that for me. I would randomly get a text like, how is everything? Or a little message about a post that I did or something. She was supportive. She was a cheerleader for everything I did all throughout my life. I mean, going back 20 years from when, I first met her, she's always been one of the most supportive friends that I've ever had. So needless to say, Ira was a different kind of person, an amazing person, and it saddens me, like what I'm going to tell you. It was her birthday last year, and she made a post, on Facebook, and then she said, that she had to go to the hospital and she's been dealing with some medical issues, and that she's starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. She's getting better. It's going to be a long road ahead, and she's so thankful and blessed to be around for her family, this and that. And I read it and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that. That's so sad. Continued on with my day, and I left a little message on Facebook. Happy birthday, Ira. No heartfelt message, no nothing. Probably an emoji. I haven't looked back at what I did. Early in December, she ended up passing away. My last message to Ira was just this real crappy text. You know what I mean? And it's a bummer. It's something that I'll have to live with forever, and I hope she knows how much she meant to me. But the simple fact is, you don't realize how short life is. You don't realize that things can change just overnight. I mean, she made the post that everything was looking better, the future was brighter, and next thing you know, unfortunately, that wasn't the case. I'll tell you that you really need to appreciate the people that you truly do care about. I would let them know when you have the opportunity, because you never know. Everyone always says, like, tomorrow's never promised, but it's factual. It's true. You really don't know. So my prayers and condolences to Ira's family. I know that it's hard. I can't even imagine. I've only been on the end of how her kids feel when I lost my mom. And it's something that gets easier with time, but you honestly never completely heal. I feel like it's a wound that's always there. You just put band-aids on it. You can put more and more band-aids on top, but eventually, something happens, you rub against something, the band-aids fall off, and the wound opens again. It just never gets easier. You just learn how to maintain. So that kind of went longer than I even expected. I just, all day I've had Ira on my mind. I think it's a good transition into what I wanted to talk about. Ira was an amazing light. I also feel that in this world, I'm a light. I know that I'm a light. But oftentimes what I do is like, I dim my light. I pull the batteries out of my light. I cover my light because I just don't want to shine. And to be honest, sometimes it's cooler to be dark. So one of the biggest concepts for HC has always been, shine light in dark places. And what that means to me is just that the world is full of darkness. There's darkness everywhere. Darkness is what's exciting. Darkness is what gets views. Darkness is what builds your empire. We get fascinated with darkness. There's so many things that are dark. I'm sure you get the idea. But for me, I've known that the path of light was the way. For me, in order for me to sleep at night, in order for me to feel right, I know that I need to travel with light. Throughout my life, if you've known me over my entire lifespan, you've known this guy's full of it, because there were a lot of parts of my life where I chose to pull the batteries. I chose to not be a light. I wanted to just be dark. And I've lived it, and I've felt it, and I'm not proud of any of those times where all I did was produce darkness. As I've grown and realized I want to live a life of light, I would like to shine light for others. As I travel in dark places or meet people in dark times, I'm able to offer them a little glimpse of light, and you could just see they also have lights brighter than mine. They just didn't know how to wire it. They didn't know how to put the batteries in right. At the end of the day, we have decisions to make. We could either be a total a-hole, we can be really self-centered, or we can just do a little bit to help others. You realize that if the world was full of light and you shined your light, it wouldn't really take that much effort for you to light up the room. It's because everyone's contributing their part. But if you go somewhere and it's pitch black and you're the only one shining light, it's very difficult, but you will light up the room. But at the same time, it's going to require more energy, and the darkness can easily consume you. I remember early on in the stages of HC, at this particular time, I decided to become a Christian. I knew there were two guys that I found extremely interesting. There was something different about them. And I don't know if you know Sarap Buhay and the Kuya down in San Diego, Good Life Tattoo. And I was always inspired by these two guys because they gave a lot of hope to the community, but they were able to shine their light in dark places and never let it dim. They never covered their light. They never were ashamed of their light. They just continued to shine. And at the beginning, I didn't necessarily understand that. I didn't understand how to do that. I think I'm in a place where I can help others, where before, I still needed help myself. When it comes down to it, this isn't religion. This is humanity. We can live a path where we just add to the darkness and just make it dark. Just completely dark. You can be miserable walking the earth. You can just add to the doom and gloom. Or you can decide to change that. Let your light shine, especially in your household, and when you're able to shine that, maybe you can spread out a little bit further and a little bit further. There's always someone out there that needs your help, and there's always someone that you just might not know that they were in a dark place. This goes back to Ira. There was a lot of times where, as a brand, you often find yourself in a dark place because it's hard. I'm telling you, it's extremely hard. So there's times you're down on yourself. There's times financially it's not going well. You'll have a friend like Ira that reaches out, shines some light. Sometimes people just need a little hug, a little virtual pep talk, something like that. But I understand. To create light, it requires a little bit of work. It requires energy. You can choose to do nothing, and that's how you make darkness. If that's what you want to do with your life, do nothing. Just create darkness. Be dark. But the world is so amazing when you decide to shine some light. So again, thank you guys for checking out Path to Higher Purpose. Why don't you level up your boy? Subscribe, like, do something. Tell a friend, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your uncle. It really doesn't matter. But I wish you guys all the best during this holiday season. And just remember, not all people are holly and jolly out there. There's people that have it rough. So any little light is good. Until next time, peace.